What happens when one chicken sandwich becomes so iconic that it forces every fast food giant to launch their own competing version? Chick-fil-A sandwich literally transformed an entire industry. And when it's paired with their trademark golden crisp-cut waffle fries, deliberately shaped to scoop maximum ketchup, it creates one of the most tempting combinations in fast food. From the secret marinade to the exclusive waffle fry cutter, we're guiding you behind the curtain to witness how this delicious duo takes shape. As they like to say, we didn't invent the chicken, just the chicken sandwich. While this claim remains debatable, there's no denying that Chick-fil-A had a big role in popularizing and perfecting it for mass appeal. Their sandwich's origins traces back to the early 1960s at the Dwarf House Grill in Hapeville, Georgia, just a couple miles south of Atlanta. This modest establishment, owned by Truett Cathy, would later become the birthplace of something revolutionary. Around that time, Delta Airlines ended up with a surplus of boneless, skinless chicken fillets, too large to fit the allotted portions of their in-flight meal trays. Instead of tossing them out, they sent them over to Cathy's nearby restaurant. This delivery presented Cathy with both opportunity and challenge because Southern food culture still centered around traditional bone-in chicken dishes, with KFC already establishing its foothold in this segment of fast food. So Cathy accepted the shipment and began exploring methods to make these unusual chicken cutlets appealing to his existing customers. His approach involved experimenting with different tenderizing techniques and various seasonings, until finally stumbling upon a distinctive spice combination, the result of what he later described as an accidental mix.
My breading happened to be all the seasoning I had in the kitchen one day. Dumped it all together, tried to make it as complicated as possible.
The precise measurements of this seasoning recipe became so valuable that they're now stored in a secure safe at Chick-fil-A's Atlanta headquarters. Having perfected the seasoning for these novel boneless fillets, Cathy developed a cooking method using pressure frying in peanut oil. This technique allowed the chicken to cook just as quickly as the burgers his grill was already serving. He then looks for the best way to present them, and given his kitchen was already stocked for hamburger making, he simply placed the chicken fillet on a regular hamburger bun. Then tested out various toppings to liven up the sandwich's flavor profile. First, he experimented with traditional condiments like mayo, mustard, and ketchup, before landing on an unexpected combination of butter and sliced pickles. The pickles' acidic sharpness created the perfect contrast against the flavorful, seasoned chicken. And voila! Chick-fil-A's revolutionary chicken sandwich was born. With his new sandwich creation that's unlike anything on his menu, Cathy now turns his focus on naming it. After trying out several ideas, he eventually settles on a combination that said it all: Chick for chicken, Phil for fillet, and a capital A at the end symbolizing grade A quality. Fast forward to today, and living up to the A in Chick-fil-A takes teamwork on a massive scale. Their supply comes from a broad network that includes Purdue Farms, Pilgrim's Pride, and Tyson, with regional farms stepping in to meet growing demand. As soon as the chicks are brought into the broiler house, the young birds find fresh water and feed awaiting, and within minutes, they're pecking, drinking, and investigating their new surroundings. The feed itself is an all-natural blend of 100% U.S.-grown corn and expeller-pressed soybeans that gets pelletized for easier digestion. And it doesn't include any added steroids, hormones, or antibiotics, substances that are banned in American poultry. Chick-fil-A's chicks are raised to reach an adult weight of only about 4 to 5 pounds, well below the industry's average of 6 to 7. You may have noticed this because their sandwich fillets are smaller, typically around 4 ounces. The company has even stated, "We don't like bigger birds. We like the texture that comes from the smaller bird. We want the tenderness of that meat." After about 6 weeks, when they've reached the desired weight, the birds are carefully gathered and placed into drawers within transport modules. The modules are then driven to the nearby processing plant. Once the live chickens are received, they pass through slow induction anesthesia, are humanely processed, chilled, and separated for individual portion sales. But since Chick-fil-A exclusively uses boneless fillets, the whole breasts are directed through this line that's specialized to remove the skins and bones. First, the whole breasts run across rollers that pull off the skins, diverting them into a dedicated byproduct channel. Special automated tools extracts the wishbones. A precision blade then makes an incision along the keel bone, also called the breastbone. Before this circular blade divides the left and right lobes, allowing both to drop onto the conveyor. The fillets proceed to a trimming station where workers remove cartilage and other difficult-to-access areas. They conclude by passing through an X-ray scanner to spot any bone remnants or metal fragments from the processing equipment. Before the fillets get shipped out, they must undergo a key step to create their distinctive flavor, the secret marinade. But first, let's debunk the most common urban myth about their fillets: pickle juice. To set the record straight, Chick-fil-A does not brine its fillets in pickle juice for their original or spicy sandwich. This is backed by countless employee testimonies and by reviewing the ingredient details listed on their website. The actual formula involves this blend that includes mustard powder, cayenne, paprika, garlic powder, black pepper, and water that's mixed in this large tank. After it's combined, the spice mixture and fillets are loaded into this large drum tumbler. As the machine turns, internal paddles keep the fillets moving, allowing the marinade to work its way deep into the chicken. The fillets are poured out of the tumbler and soak in the marinade for several hours before being frozen and shipped to Chick-fil-A kitchens. Of course, no Chick-fil-A sandwich would be complete without the other star of the tray, those golden, crisp-cut waffle fries. For over 40 years, Lamb Weston in Richland, Washington has been the source of this signature side. So let's take a look to see how they make it happen. They begin with russet Burbank potatoes, sourced from the Columbia River Basin, a region covering eastern Washington, Oregon, and Idaho, known for its delicious potatoes. After arriving at the facility, the spuds are conveyed to this rolling grater that separates them by width. Their goal is to sort out the rounder ones because waffle fries are sliced across their width, unlike traditional fries that are cut lengthwise. Next, the potatoes head down a water slide to wash away the stuck-on soil. They then move into this large steam chamber where high heat and pressure loosens the skins. When the pressure is released, the hot steam effortlessly strips away the skins and remaining soil in one step. The peeled potatoes are sent along the conveyor and dropped gently into this hopper, along with water to soften their landing, before reaching the cutter below. Inside the cutter, a top-secret water knife slices them in opposite directions. This cross-cutting motion is what carves out their distinctive hole pattern. By the time they exit, the spuds are now instantly recognizable as crisp-cut waffle fries. They're moved through this blanching unit, spending about 8 minutes in hot water, before being cooled with a water mist. Blanching is what gives the fries their light, fluffy center and crisp golden coating that makes them so addictive. For the last phase, Lamb Weston gives them a partial deep fry at 350 degrees for roughly 1 minute, allowing them to finish cooking in just 2 minutes at the restaurant. The fries are then frozen, packed into boxes, and shipped out to Chick-fil-A's nationwide, ready to hit the fryer. With the fillets seasoned to perfection and the waffle fries prepped for a quick finish, everything has finally arrived at the Chick-fil-A kitchen. Now let's watch how the team works their magic to bring it all together, starting with the sandwich that started it all. First, the crew retrieves the fillets from the thawing refrigerator. At the dedicated filleting area, they work each fillet by hand, running their fingers through it to separate and break up any tendons. This extra step creates a flatter fillet that cooks more evenly and offers better coverage on the bun. It also makes the sandwich more appealing to the eye. At the breading station, the fillets are dipped in a milk and egg wash, then laid into seasoned flour. They sprinkle the flour over each piece and press it in firmly, even raising their heels from the ground for more pressure. They flip the fillets, repeat the process on the other side, and place the coated pieces into a metal tray. The tray is carried over to the Henny Penny pressure fryers filled with 350-degree peanut oil. They arrange each fillet in a tiered wire basket, so none touch during frying. They're dipped once to prevent the fillets from sticking to the basket, then it's fully lowered. The lid is closed and secured with a spin of the handle, and the timer is set. Exactly 4 minutes and 20 seconds later, the fillets come out of the oil, crisp, golden brown, and ready for the bun. At the assembly station, both the heel and crown is rolled across Chick-fil-A's patented butter roller, then toasted to bring out the butter's rich caramelized flavor. 2 of their signature sliced pickles are added to the bottom bun and carefully placed so they don't overlap. A freshly fried fillet is laid on top, crowned with the top bun, and the sandwich is slipped into a foil-lined paper bag, designed to hold in heat and keep the bread soft. But before taking that first bite, let's not forget about their crispy golden sidekick that completes the perfect meal. A bag of waffle fries is pulled from the freezer, emptied into the fry basket, and dropped into canola oil heated to 375 degrees. 2 minutes on the timer is all it takes. When the timer hits 0, the fries are pulled up, emptied into the warmer, and showered with 100% sea salt. Their crisp-cut pattern aren't just for looks though, they're designed to scoop record amounts of ketchup and those gourmet sauces everyone loves. Which dipping sauce do you always reach for? Drop your favorite in the comments. And that's the complete story. 2 timeless favorites paired to perfection. Chick-fil-A has proven that even with a simple menu and friendly hospitality, it's still possible to thrive in fast food. Even with every Sunday off, they've climbed to become the 3rd most profitable quick-service restaurant worldwide. And no matter where you stand on the food, that's impressive. So what's your take? Does their chicken sandwich top the list? Leave your response in the comments. Thanks for watching Made Vision. We'll see you next time.